Well, come on, guys, get up. It's time to get busy. Hope you had a great morning this morning. Big A coming to you live from the station camp, Greenway. What a gorgeous day. Oh my gosh, I've been up since about 5 o'clock studying out on my patio. I hope you're enjoying this spring weather because it is beautiful here in Nashville. Well, you're always saying, I'll do that later. I'll get to it later, someday. I'll be honest with you. I get so tired of hearing people say someday I could die. Don't let that be the case for you. Today's the day. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. We are launching our 12th mastermind group July the 2nd. Iron Sharpens Iron mastermind group. A lot of people have told me, hey, let me know when you start this next group. Well, we're starting it. We launched it yesterday. Already had a guy sign up, and I honestly think this is going to fill up like that. Matter of fact, this video may fill it up. Get off the fence, guys. It's time to get involved in the mastermind. Let me tell you a couple of things, the reason I think it's important to you. First of all, it's my business, and I'm going to promote our business. But second of all, in all sincerity, isolation is the enemy to excellence. I say that all the time. And it's true. I started thinking about my life and the mistakes that I'd made in the past. I even think about the mistakes I made today, but I make far fewer of them today than I did because I have people around me. It may be a folklore story, I don't know, but I heard about one of our presidents was challenged by a cabinet member. He walked into the Oval Office and he said, hey, you don't know this, and you don't know this, and you don't know this. And the president got up, walked over, and he said, you see those buttons? One of them said Chief of Staff. The other one said, head of the military. He said, yeah, he said, I don't need to know everything. He said, I can push any of these buttons and I can find out everything I need to know with a phone call. That's the way I feel about the mastermind. I don't need to know everything, but I know the people that know the answers. People say, Big A, you've done good in your business. And it's not because of my intelligence, it's because I surround myself with people that know the answers. Here it comes another quote, and you know it well. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I can't even begin to tell you how true that statement is. What about you guys that are listening to this right now or watching it? Who do you have? Who are your trusted advisors? It's lonely when you're doing business alone. You're like, well, maybe I'll do this or maybe I'll do that. It may work, it may not. But what about when you can have total access to 120 men? Pick up a phone and say, hey, I'm an ISI brother and I need to know this, or I need an introduction, or I need a level of accountability, or I need some encouragement, or I need you to edify me and help me and pick me up and take me to the next level. And you have that level of confidence because you've built a relationship with people because you're in the group every single week, day in and day out. Now, we never hide anything. I want you to know, you don't even have to look it up. These groups are $350 a month. There are 2 live events that we pay for that you come to Nashville. All you got to do is get here and we take care of everything else. All of your books we supply, and we read a book every month or every other month, depending on what we're studying. Everyone that's in ISI says that the 2 live events alone are worth the money. I want to encourage you today to think about long and hard who your trusted advisors are, who the people in your life that you have that can help you make these decisions. I had a guy call me a couple of months ago and he said, Big A, I want to tell you something. The business is good and I've learned a lot there, but personally, I've received as much out of ISI as I ever thought possible. He said, my wife has been on to me for 19 years to stop drinking. He said, I drink way too much. Some of the guys in the group challenged him to stop drinking, and he did. His wife's been asking him for 19 years, but he got a group of 10 men around him, and he stopped. And he said, my marriage is better now than it's ever been in 19 years. Had another guy call me, it's been about a month ago, and he said, Big A, he said, I've struggled with pornography for 30 years. He said, I've never told anybody, not a single person, until he shared it with his trusted advisors. He said, for the first time, he said, I've been clean now for X many days. That's never happened to me in 30 years because of the level of accountability. We've got another guy, and this is not the case for everybody. This is not going to happen to every single person. But in 3.5 years, he has tripled his business. He had owned his business for 10 years, but he tripled his business. The reason being is he got focused. He did like the Brian Moran 12-week year. He did the disc profile. He did the accountability tool. He came each and every week with an agenda. He narrowed his focus. He stopped being an inch deep and a mile wide, and he became an inch wide and a mile deep. Well, you can't get that alone. You can't do that alone. You need people around you to help you accomplish these goals and dreams. There's a website you can go to, mine, viewfromthetop.com. But if you'll go to viewfromthetop.com/ISI application, you can fill out an application to join the group. Just because you fill out an application don't mean you're going to join, or just because you have the money doesn't mean you're going to get in. The reason is we're looking for givers, not takers. The guys in the group are very diverse. We have a number of guys that make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year. We have a number of guys that make multi-million dollars a year. And you say, you know, why such the diversity? Well, the guys that make multi-millions are in there primarily to be a mentor, to train and to teach and to lift up. The guys that make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, surrounded by these people that think differently, their mindsets are differently, and they train, they teach, and they show how you can do it also. Well, that's what we're doing in there on a regular basis. I could have gotten multimillionaires, and that's all that would have been in there, and a lot of people that don't make that kind of money would have never had the opportunity to surround themselves with these people. Same way with people that don't make a lot of money. If I only put people in there that made $30,000 to $50,000 a year, you wouldn't be challenged in your mindset. And so that's what we've chose to do. Very diverse in what we have chosen to do as far as building these mastermind groups up. A lot of people don't know the people yet, and we sign non-disclosures. So you can sign the non-disclosure act and get in there and feel comfortable until you get to know the people even better. So we've built safeguards and we've built things in there that will help you. But what I do know is that everyone's life after having been in it for a period of time is better to some degree, either personally or professionally. So last thing, and I'm going to let you go. Last thing, this is the last group that we're going to do at $350. There's going to be a price increase. I don't want that to sound like a used car salesman, but the truth of the matter is value grows, the price is going to increase. And when you start surrounding yourself with 120 successful entrepreneurs, there's more value, there's more experience, there's more opportunity, and so the price will be more. So this is the 12th group, and this group will be the last group at $350. So you will never, ever get an opportunity to get into ISI cheaper than you will this last group. So if you're interested, viewfromthetop.com/ISI application. Fill that out. It's a very easy application to fill out. You'll have a personal phone call from me. I'll set it up and I'll interview you. We'll talk through it and we'll see if you're a person with a giving heart and a giving spirit so that you would fit right in with all the other ISI members. Well, I guess I better pick up my pace a little bit and get back after it. Guys, really seriously, fill out the application. Let's have a conversation. Let's get you surrounded with trusted advisors. It's going to take your life to the next level. I'm Big A, coming to you live. You know where I'm at, the Station Camp Greenway. You guys have a great rest of the day. We'll see you.